the party had broken into Lionel Harkstone's home. There were some complications, and now to pay their debt to society, they are being put on a not official mission to another country to liberate an illegal slave encampment. No one officially knows that they're going there, so they don't officially have any help,
So if we die, we die.
essentially. They do have a chaperone in the form of uh, Lou's guildmate Sinjak and a few of the people that they were working with, being uh, being Malone and Oscar, and Howard wanted to tag along because he wants to help rescue his brother. The party was able to purchase the stuff that they wanted before heading out on their ship. And over the course of the week or so that it took to get to this island, can everyone see the island on my screen?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there.
Okay. So on the way there, in a brief flashback from the landing party, Sinjak gave everyone the information that they had. It's like they believe that the slave encampment is supposed to be at the base of these mountains. But the question remains is like, how do they get there in the right timetable? It's like they can land anywhere on this island that they want with their landing ship. But there comes the issue of getting to the slave encampment and liberating the camp and getting back before the fishing trawler is meant to come back, is meant to pick them up.
How long is that?
Roughly 1 week.
1 week. This feels like Escape from New York or something.
We're gonna end up going native.
We'll have to brave the Underdark again.
Yeah. So what we do know is that there is a river that flows up to where we think the slave encampment is. But that's probably going to be heavily monitored. So that's where people question, where do we land? So that way we can get to the encampment, rescue the people, and get out. There, I marked it with a red circle.
Oh.
Or square, whatever.
Oh, I see.
That shows up better. So we're going to have a brief talk about before we actually land the ship.
How many people are we supposed to expect to deliberate? Can the ship take them all?
Well, the landing ship that you can carry has enough room for 12 people. It's one of those long rowboats. But there's definitely more than the three people that it was left with room on the ship. So if you can get people to the beach, then the fishing trawler will wait long enough so that way you guys can do trips. So getting people off the island isn't a problem. It's getting people to the offloading site.
Is there any sort of mountain pass to the northwest through where that White Mountain is?
So in this area, is this what you're referring to? They don't have much information about the Moonshae Isles beyond the map that you have here.
Make sure. This is the camp, right?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, gotcha.
But I didn't see you click anywhere to the northwest. No. I'm thinking of one much south.
Like right here.
Yes.
Well, I mean, would the port be very monitored?
As far as we know, this island is supposed to be uninhabited.
Right.
So the fact that that it's being developed for the point of this silver mine is this should be the only infrastructure on it. It's quite wild
Okay. Well, because you said the river was likely to be heavily monitored.
by the people there, like by the slavers.
Right. Sorry, that was an accident.
No worries.
I guess I'm just trying to figure out if they're monitoring the whole thing. Probably. Probably. I mean, I know this looks like the shortest distance, but don't you think it'd be easier to come in here and then trek across this flatland?
That is an option.
Why are there roads on the map if it's abandoned?
It's because I stole this map off the internet.
Okay.
You could think of them as trails, maybe.
Yeah, that would be the shortest path, is to come in right here.
So, do they give us any plan on how exactly we're supposed to liberate
No,
the camp?
Nope.
we were
How-
just.
4 people are supposed to take on how many?
They
9.
essentially don't even care if we die.
Wait,
Right.
9? What 9? Okay, so we have people coming with us.
Right. You
Anything of any of them of interest? Or-
You have 2 of the secrets, Malone and Oscar. You have Howard, Sinjak, and you also have yourselves.
Hmm,
Side question.
Yes.
How monitored is this bay lagoon area?
You're not sure.
Okay.
All you know is based on there was a ledger and a map denoting that this is the island of interest and like the amount of stuff that was coming off of it and the amount of guards there.
I
So
got you.
even the fact that they say, "Oh, this is probably a monitored waterway," is guesswork.
Okay. Well, friends, what do you think?
How many people are we going up against?
We don't know.
We don't know. So what happens when there's going to be way too many people for us to handle?
Well, we die like last time, but I assume Logan doesn't want us to. So
Well, what's the group's plan for
Lou says we get creative.
9 people take on possibly dozens of people?
yeah.
We've done that
Mm.
before.
Yeah.
Sinjek says, "Yeah, that's easy numbers."
Didn't we take on that? We took on that tree stuff.
Oh yeah, you told me about the tree stuff.
Yeah. We were in that crypt for a while. I'm sure we'll be fine.
What's the worst that could happen?
We die.
Perhaps we could land somewhere and scout.
Yeah, we definitely need to scout, but it's getting in without being detected.
That's the key. That's what I'm trying to determine from this map. So if you ask me, we have 3 options. We can come from here and trek the mountain, not knowing how high the mountain is.
Yeah,
We
it's
can
Chris.
We do know how high the mountain is.
No, I was saying, yay, it's Chris.
Ah, We can
you-
come from here and risk discovery, or we can come from here and trek across the fields.
so this is Katya's suggestions.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hi, Chris. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yay!
Well, we can
Yeah.
always have Click fly across and see if he can find a path, like through that blue square area, through that backside.
The mountain one?
Yeah.
I can do that.
That does seem like rough travel. Do you think we can get the people out in time?
That's what I'm worried about. So, do we know roughly how large this island is?
So, based on the map, you know that it's roughly about 10. Let's see. I think that it would take about a day to cross this meadow area, is what I have mapped out. And
Oh,
then,
that's pretty good.
yeah, like a whole day of hard march. And then when you get into the woods, it gets more difficult and stuff
But-
like that. So, it's when it comes to geography,
Not big.
it's not that big. It's the fact of the terrain,
But we can come from here fairly easily
right?
and not worry about time.
Am I correct in saying this is like a river?
That is a river. It feeds that lake, which collects off of all the mountains surrounding it. Feeds that river, which feeds the ocean.
What if we just
feeds
sail up
that,
the river?
We
'Cause
think
it's
it might be
monitored.
heavily monitored.
We'll just be friendly people.
Meepo,
What?
Meepo
if we
doesn't
were
know
friendly people, we wouldn't have killed the man that we weren't supposed to have killed.
But he tried to kill us.
These people will too.
But then we'll have to kill them.
Out of game moment, you guys swung first.
Did we? I remember they stood up and drew arms
Yeah.
Lou
while they were
won,
eating dinner.
Lou won the initiative and swung first. Splitting hairs, but
Hostilities were aimed at us first. We just arrived for a very nice dinner.
yeah,
And then we're threatened.
yeah, no, we're splitting hairs.
I think we should come from here.
All opposed?
I mean,
Do we need to, Chris, do we need to update you?
Please.
Sorry, I realized. All right, so we are looking at a map of the island that the mining camp is on. Logan informed us that traversing this meadow space, like up to the woods, takes about a whole day. But we don't need to go up there because the camp, hold on, is the little yellow box. The little blue boxes are the 3 areas I think we should go from. So going from this blue box to here would not take a whole day. If anything, it might take a quarter to half a day to get to the camp. We have a week until the fishing boat returns. I don't know what happens if we miss it, but
Then we have to swim.
yeah.
Hmm.
So my suggestion was those 3 boxes, and I think this one would be the best because there's this river up into the camp. We figure it's probably heavily monitored.
how long of a walk is this, Logan?
Hold on. From where to where?
Here to the camp?
From here to camp, well, you've got like this whole length of grassland that would be fairly easy to traverse. Depending on your pace would determine how long it actually takes to cross it. But then you've got this wooded area surrounding it, which will definitely slow you down.
We just take the trail.
Yep, you could follow the river.
So how long of a walk would we expect this to take?
Well,
Normal.
Well,
people.
assuming this is grassland at a fast pace, you guys can cover on open ground roughly 4 miles an hour at a hard march. So it'd be about like it'd be
Like-
around like what?
How many miles from here? I'm trying to understand the scale of the map, to be honest. Too.
You could probably cover that in about a day because it's like 30 miles.
That's a lot smaller island than I thought.
Yeah, it's not a massive island on this archipelago. The fact that this one isn't developed already means people probably thought it wasn't worth much, and it wasn't large enough to support a population.
Okay, if it's only a day, then that's fine. Where would do we have a designated? Is this blue square our rally point too? Our return?
I would
Wherever,
think so.
yeah, wherever you tell the shipping trolley to drop you off, like as in the Rough Bay area, that you would want them to drop you off. Like for example, if you're saying here, they drop you off here. Oh wait, let me change. They drop you
Oh.
off here.
I
If they-
want
If you wanted to be at this place, for example, you'd be here. If you want them to go here, then this would be your.
What if I want them to sail all the way up the river? Yeah.
That would take some convincing because they need to make their dock. They're supposed to arrive at dock at certain times, and like going upriver for this kind of boat would definitely put them off schedule to go all the way upriver.
You're telling me we don't pay enough to adjust people's schedules?
No, I
Man,
don't think we're paying for this.
The government cheaped out.
Yep.
Always.
The government cheaped out on us. No wonder we're only sending 9 people. 4 of which are here against their will. No, 5 against our will. 5
Right.
of us against our will. No, is Ian
No,
with
you were
us,
right.
right?
It was 4 because I came willingly.
Okay, fair enough.
Your sword rattled when you were thinking about not going.
Rattle.
Rattle, rattle.
So is this really a mountain then, or more of like a big hill?
Mountain.
It's more of like a mountain, as when it
That's
comes, at least denoted by your map.
gotcha. So that's like only like 20 miles.
Yeah, it's definitely shorter, but it's gonna be harder to cross than grasslands.
I can
well.
summon a steed.
Oh,
I
you can
don't
do that now?
like the idea of walking up and down a mountain.
Well, that's why I was going to send Click up to see if there was a path through there.
I would be fine here
All right.
if everyone else is.
Okay.
I mean, if it's only one day in, one day out.
No, it's like a week. I thought.
No, we have a
Oh,
week
the
until the
commute,
ship
yeah.
comes back.
Right.
Which
Is that a
means
whole day then?
Which
Yeah.
means we have a day to plan, 4 days to enact the plan, and then to get out.
Well, me and Howard are obviously can be disguised as slaves.
Logan, is it a day ride in or a day walk in?
It's a day fast march in.
Okay, because I thought you said crossing the island to the forest would be a day.
I should have written this down better. But yeah. So according to the official like travel rules, it's like you all can do 30 miles in a day at a fast pace.
Yes.
So like
Okay.
Okay.
you see how this is 30 right here?
Yes.
There.
I can accept that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can show up at night and strike at night, although we might want to rest after our fast pace.
I hear someone's BIOS beeping.
It's my battery charger. It's not perfectly placed.
Okay.
If I move my foot too much, you'll hear me scream because there's a frayed wire for my printer.
Jesus. Wow, this is OSHA would love you.
Love to sue me.
Uh-huh.
Well, we're not
Okay.
making any money out of this. This isn't a business.
Okay. Well, I guess
All right, so plan is settled.
a landing
Oh.
plan is settled. I don't know what we're gonna do beyond that.
Right. So, Click, I believe you said you wanted to do some sending.
I'm gonna say if you want to, I can always think of an in-game reason as to why I waited.
It's up to you, man. I will
We talked about
respond
other things on
accordingly.
the ship. You can do it now.
I'm gonna say yeah, but he hasn't had a chance to reread through the stuff about my parents.
I
But that was on fault of mine because busy and trouble getting to a computer.
I feel
I-
that.
I vaguely remember it, so just if you keep it vague enough, I can do it.
All right, sure. We'll keep it nice and vague. So on the ship, I'll go ahead and find a little area to myself where I can sit and be alone. And all right, let's hear 25 words. So I will go for Dad, and I'll say, "Hi, Dad. It's Click. I know this is weird. I'm safe in a different plane with lots of odd creatures. Made friends, working to find way home. Love you and Mom much."
All right, now roll a d20.
Okay. I didn't know there was a roll involved in sending.
So, because you're on separate planes, there's a 5% chance of failure.
Okay. So let me see here. So what would I need to roll? And is there any added to it?
No, it's just basically don't get a 1.
Just don't get a 1. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 7. So still
Okay.
good.
Ah.
It scared me for a bit because like, you got to be kidding me.
That pause. Click.
Yeah. That pause.
You're alive? Do you know where you are? Your mother and I are safe. We will talk to you again soon. Please be safe.
Okay. Do I know what plane I'm on?
Yeah, that's pretty basic knowledge. Prime material.
Prime material. Okay. So I get 3 sendings, and assuming no combat would have ever happened, I would go ahead and cast another sending
Okay.
and say, I am on the prime material. Is that 1 word or 2?
2.
2. Plane. So there's 6 words. Glad you two are safe. Working with group to help others. Striving to make you and Mom proud. Be home soon.
You always make us proud. I'm so glad you're safe. I will consult Serenita to find a way home. Who are you with, son?
Okay. Let's see here. So last time for the day. Serenetta has helped a lot with people never seen before. Walking cat. Let's see here. Laura, you're what race?
Half elf.
Half elf. Cross between elf and something else. Unsure. Ian, you're what again?
Asmar.
Asimar?
I appear human,
Appear human, okay.
relatively
Human,
human.
obsessed with cleanliness. Tiny dragon thing. This is last time. I'll keep in touch.
Have you found the lost tribe? The cat person concerns me. The excuse me. The prime material plane is hard to get to. I can't believe you're alive.
How many days were we sailing?
About a week.
About a week. Okay. I won't go for like all 7 days. But
Then let's just have a normal conversation because over 7 days, so I don't have to count that out. Unless you still want to count it out.
it makes it fun. It's like broken English. So on another day I would send cat person not worried about, tiny dragon impulsive. No stopping and thinking. Have not found lost tribe. That is intended goal to get back home.
Pardon.
I don't know what you say to a burp. It's not like Gesundheit
Elf.
is for bless you.
That's what Quinn says to me.
Half elf, no manners. There we go.
I said pardon.
The war is hard here. The gargoyles never stop attacking. Your mother is holding them off with the garrison. Don't worry. She has it handled.
Stay safe. I have learned lots of great magic thanks to Serenetta. Once home, will aid as support to best of ability.
Be safe, click. The prime material plane is a dangerous place according to the scrolls. They have worse things than gargoyles I have read about.
All right, so this will be the last one for the day. I have documented lots of interesting creatures, but have found, like we teach, good people or good creatures exist in bad places.
You follow the teachings of Serenetta very well, my son. Your mother and I are very proud of you. Please come home to us soon.
Okay. So that would be the end of that day. And then just one more for giggles.
Okay.
On the third day, around lunchtime, I'm going to get everybody together, or I'm going to wait for everybody to be together, and without anybody saying anything, I'm going to send a message to the hag.
No.
Why not? And I'm
No,
just gonna
continue.
say-
It's more of a no in disbelief, not no, don't do it.
and I'm going to say, hi, it has been a long time. Hold on a second. Hi, it has been a long time. Hoping to mend broken feelings. wish you well.
Do we?
No,
I never said who wished them well.
no broken feelings here. And then it trails off.
That makes me feel good. And then I will offer for the remainder if anybody wanted messages sent to loved ones, family, or people they want a prank phone call.
You see Lou is rubbing his temples.
Do you know that spell that knows how to go into people's dreams?
No, and I don't know if I would ever know such a spell.
Darn.
But if I do develop a spell similar to that, I will make sure to inform you.
Out of character. I've read some crazy things you could do with that.
Yep.
Does
You
Lou
want to
have a-
kill somebody with exhaustion? You can do it.
Yup.
That's how we'll kill the guards. We'll learn how to go into their dreams.
You go into their dreams every night.
What
They
spell
don't
are you
get any
referring
rest
to?
from it. And
Dream.
then you just kill them with exhaustion.
Let's see here. I need to get the new book because there's a spell I really want.
What spell is that?
I think it's called Silver or Glistening Fiber or something like that.
You can get it without
And
the
basically,
book.
huh?
You can get it without the book if you just look it up, Google it or something. What
Yeah.
the spell is.
Well, basically, what it does is it's a reactionary spell, and if a creature succeeds on a saving throw, I can make it roll again and take the lower of the 2 die rolls.
Huh.
So, like, if we were trying to do like command or hold person, then as a reaction, I can flash out that spell to make them re-roll, and hopefully they'll roll lower.
Huh. Okay.
I'll have to look more into it. I just saw that as like one of the little things that people were talking about in regards to the new book that's just got released.
Yep. Just remember, I can use it too.
I know you can. I looked up the spell. It's not telling me like if I get to learn it, and if so, at what level. I'd have to. Oh well, I'm good.
Okay. So,
Does Lou have a migraine?
he does have a slight migraine now.
Is it because we talked to the hag?
I think he's just rubbing his temples because he's like, I'm with these idiots.
I don't know what it is, but my head hurts. I don't know the why. It just suddenly hurts.
Want to make him
While
some-
on the boat, I'll just cast Cure Wounds.
Katya has been spending some time in her room, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And when it finally comes time to land the boat, everyone disembarks. That's getting on. Malone, Oscar, Howard, Click, Levi, Meepo, Katya, Sinjak, and Lou. When you pass by this island, it's not very impressive. A boat could sail around to the other side of it in a day with no issue. And after your discussion and the decision by Katya to land at this point, the shipping boat drops you off and then continues on their way. You all row to shore without issue as you pull up onto this shallow, pebbly beach. And as you look around you, to your north and mostly to your north and east, you see a wide open expanse of rolling hills grassland. To your north and west, you see a mountain range. For those of you proficient enough in history and geography, you would know that this mountain range is actually just in general part of this archipelago, where the parts that reach above the sea are what make this archipelago. There's a lot of volcanic and tectonic activity in this area. In fact, all these islands are fairly active a lot of the time with volcanic activity. So, what do you do once you land on the shore?
Consult the map and start walking, I guess. Oh,
Okay.
I cast Find Steed.
What does Find Steed do again?
I get a horse.
Ooh, what kind of horse?
Nay.
Do I get to pick each time?
I think so.
So, you summon a spirit that assumes the form of an unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal steed, creating a long lasting bond with it. Oh, maybe I don't get to choose each time. Appearing in an unoccupied space within range, the steed takes on a form that you choose: a warhorse, a pony, a camel, an elk, or a mastiff. And you can allow others animals to be summoned if you choose.
Sinjak summons an elk. It is a golden beast with like very glossy fur, looking very regal in the morning light.
Nice. I'm gonna choose a warhorse.
I'll go ahead and just get into the air and do a quick scan of our immediate surroundings to see if I notice anything of concern.
Okay, make a perception check.
All right. Here we go. That is a 22.
Okay, so immediately from this beachhead, there appears to be the rolling hills reach for miles and miles. The 22 is quite high. So you're able to see that there are forms of fauna on this island. It looks like there's some wild sheep that are grazing amongst these hills. That's the first thing you see.
Okay. So I'll get back down to the group and say nothing immediately catches my attention. There, it appears to be some wild sheep on the hills.
I think we should get going.
Definitely.
Tasty sheep.
You want to eat them, Meepo, says Lou.
Meepo would partake.
Maybe when we come back.
Meepo does not turn down good meat.
I do. But we really should get going. So I'm
Yeah.
going to look at the map and plan our course.
Okay. So it appears that what you can do now is roughly a straight line from here to the encampment that you wanted to be. If you do go straight, you'll encounter this bit of woods first.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine by me.
Okay.
What say all of you?
What pace do you all go?
Well, you said we had to be at a fast march to make it that day.
Right.
A
Now, you
little
could-
getting
you-
in our step.
You could go lower if you wanted to.
I think we want to arrive so we can look at it at night, so that we can kind of see. Maybe send a certain rogue up to check to see what they can find out.
Assuming that is, of course, a good option.
You can do it. You'll be traveling at a fast pace. Is that what everybody wants?
Yeah.
So what's the whole thing with pacing?
So it basically involves you have fast, normal, and slow pace, which is like
Right.
distance traveled per hour per day stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's like if you go a slow pace, which is only you're only able to cover 18 miles in a day.
Yeah.
but you're able to use stealth. And like if you go fast pace, you're gonna get a negative to your wisdom score checks while you're marching,
Gotcha.
and there will be an exhaustion at the end of the day unless you rest.
All right, we're saying we're going for a normal.
Yeah, a normal has no drawbacks, but it may take you a bit into the night to get where you want to be. If you go normal.
Yeah, I'd be okay with normal.
Yeah, because we'll still get there under cover of darkness.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you all head out at your normal pace on these rolling hills. It's
We got
like,
the steeds that maybe make it a little faster.
yeah, well, faster for you and Sinjak. Oh, by the way, can you roll for your armor resistance, please?
Oh, that's right. Is that what is that?
I think it was either a D8 or a D10.
I think it's an 8. That sounds right. That's a 10. That's not it.
While she's digging that up, I'll also stay
Eight.
low in the air
Uh,
and use my fly speed instead of my walking speed.
okay.
It's an 8.
Okay. Which is, according to that list that I totally have ready, I'll look at. All right. Now, can someone roll me a D4 and a D10?
Sure. Seeing how nobody said it. D4, D10. All right, go with this.
3 and a 10.
3 and a 10. Okay.
Is a 10 really good or a 10 really bad?
Roughly about halfway into your day's march, Howard, it looks like he's struggling a bit with it. It's like he's got a lot of sweat on his brow. He's can we stop for a minute?
Can I just put him on my
I was
horse?
gonna say, can we just throw him on Cat's horse?
No, leave him.
How big is Howard?
He's
Small.
a gnome
He's a halfling.
or halfling.
I can carry him. As long as you don't mind heights.
It's
Meepo wants you to take him up really high and just drop him.
it's not entirely that.
It's up.
I need a break. And he's like, you see him. Like,
Is he doing
purse
the
his
pee-pee
lips
dance?
It's a
We
little.
can pause for a little bit.
it's a
Leave
little
him
bit
for
of
the
pee-pee
wolves.
dance.
Yeah,
I mean,
take
I
a
would
little.
think-
We'll take a little bit of time.
There, okay, and he runs off in a direction
Mm.
to get a little cover for himself.
I think he needed the necessary.
Oh, it is a D10, Laura.
Oh. 1 second. It's a 5.
So your armor, the inlays on it, are glow with blue light,
Nice.
lightning.
Lightning. Ooh.
That'll be handy.
I hope so.
In certain areas. Okay. So, what do you all do while you wait for Howard?
I'll take off a little bit higher and do another scan to see if I see anything of concern.
I suggest to everyone that we leave him.
Malone pulls out a rag from somewhere and wipes his face. And roll the perception check again for me.
That is another 22. I've rolled 2 18 so far.
Okay. You see the sheep have disappeared from where you saw them before. It has been a couple of hours, but nariest sheep in sight.
What time of day is it?
It's about midday now.
All right. I feel like you're trying to tell us something, but how park ranger do you want me to go on you?
So like as I'm looking around, I don't see any of the sheep in sight at all.
Right.
With that high of a roll, do I see anything else of concern, like any rustling, any other creature besides sheep, anything in the sky
There's
besides me, of course?
all you know is that you don't see any sheep right now. There are no other animals around that you can see.
And there's no like grass or heavily forested area that they could realistically get to. The amount of time it's taken for us to travel.
With the amount of I mean, it's been hours. Sheep
Yeah.
can wander off almost anywhere in a couple of hours.
And they are pretty stupid.
Right.
All right. So I mean they are. There's a reason why the Bible refers to humans as sheep. But anyway,
A biased Arthur.
So I'll come down and I'll let the group know, hey, just a heads up, those sheep that I saw earlier, nowhere in sight. And I'm not seeing anything else of concern. And just like I said, just want to keep us aware, maybe make sure that if we wanted to have anything ready, we have things ready.
How long has Howard been gone?
Few minutes.
I'm going to shout, Howard!
I'm gonna give him another 5 minutes.
Lauren,
He has
just-
abandoned us. We must continue on. He would have wanted it.
I still shout, Howard.
so park ranger question: how park ranger would you go with the sheep?
What type of sheep? Are they just regular sheep?
I don't know enough about sheep to really say, but like you would say they're wild sheep. you
Okay,
know.
well, like I guess I'm thinking like fieldy sheep or mountainy sheep. Mountainy sheep, like if I was thinking about the mountains, I guess, because you'll see them like, especially in the mornings and in the after, like the towards the evenings. But during midday, they're gonna find like little shady areas to sleep.
Yeah. These
Okay.
are woolly sheep.
All right.
Darn your real life ranger skills.
So does Howard answer me?
Nope, Howard does not answer.
I
I'll
go
point out
over
the
to
direction
where
he
he
went in.
ran to. Like I'll stealthily go over to where he went to and trying to keep my eyes out to see if I see him or anything of concern.
Roll a stealth check.
You got it, because this is my greatest skill. This is the greatest skill
Mine
I
too.
have to offer.
Me too.
That's a natural one.
Nice.
Super stealthy.
So, were you trying to be stealthy in the air or on the ground?
I was on the ground crouching.
Okay. As you you've watched those owls that kind of like, they kind of like take a step when they're like fluffed up, like they're almost taking like hopping.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So that's what Click's doing across this field because he wants to go in the air as his instinct, but he wants to stay low so Howard doesn't see him. So for everyone else on the other side of the hill, it's like he's a show. And during one of these hops, Click, you land right in a gopher hole. And you trip and you are now prone with 1 foot in a gopher hole.
We are now in the movie ground in the Caddyshack.
Tremors?
Caddyshack.
Oh, Caddyshack.
Something bites your leg.
Tremors, we have much bigger problems.
That's for sure.
I will stand up, get my foot out of the hole, brush myself off, and at this point, I will just continue walking and not trying to do the stealthy thing, but I'm also not trying to be obnoxious and make lots of noise on purpose. But I am going to continue on and just like very slowly.
Okay. So you come up to the top of this last hill and you get a full view of a moon.
It's dark.
Pale white, shining against the green is Howard's bare ass. He's still going.
I'm going to turn around.
How do you react to
I'm going to run up to Cat and be like, Cat, in my time here, I have learned many things. I specifically have learned that a spell exists that allows one to alter another's memory. Is this a spell that you have available to you at this moment?
Not at this time. No, what happened?
Is this a spell that you will eventually get?
That's a really good question.
Because I will get it, but I don't think I can cast it on myself.
That's a good question too.
Could you make you forget your own spell?
Ooh,
It's a
that's
level
another-
5 cleric bard wizard.
Dang it.
Trickery cleric.
Oh, it's only for the trickery clerics?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Howard comes walking up, buckling his pants. Okay, I'm ready.
Next question. Do we have any alcohol?
Wrong. No, I don't have any on me, but I guess that doesn't.
I got some antiseptic.
You know what? Let's not worry about it.
I
Sarah
can
Detta
cast
willing, it
blinding.
will be erased from my memory by morning.
I think Click
I-
needs it for his eyes.
Let me go up to. Let me get level 3 spells, and I can cast blinding smite.
I don't think that's going to help after the fact, but I appreciate the sentiment.
It's worth a shot.
What happened? It's like, is you all right, Mr. Click?
Howard,
Huh?
just tell me, did you hear me calling for you?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Next
Why?
time, I will just stick with spells with you.
Why? What happened?
Nothing, Howard. It's all good. Let us go.
Okay.
I will make sure to stay in front of Howard.
All right. You keep walking across the grasslands.
I got to step away, so I will be back shortly.
Okay. You step across the grasslands. This is like you've passed lunchtime. You guys are going at a normal pace, right? So
Yes.
you would break for lunch. It would be a modest thing of rations that Sinjak would have. God, sorry, I've got a bug bite. Man. Anyway,
How dare you have human needs?
how dare I? How dare I? Okay, could someone roll me a D4 and a D10?
Four and 8.
Okay, so it's rather uneventful until roughly about twilight. A strong breeze has kicked up. It's flowing off of the mountain and across the grasslands. Click's not here anymore, but the rest of you all could see the sheep. They have returned once the midday sun had abated to the and you all continue to walk along, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Does anyone want to make a perception check? I know Click would, but Chris isn't here.
I can make
I'll
it,
go ahead
uh,
and do it here in a second.
I'll make one too. Ah! 13.
You said perception?
Uh-huh.
Perception. 21.
All right, Levi. Off to where those sheep are, you see riding the breeze, the gust of wind coming off the mountains. There are two black dots approaching rapidly.
I want to tell Click. You said they were in the air.
Yeah, they are in the air. They are,
I want to point it out to Click, since he's the one that can fly.
right.
Oh
can
no,
fly.
okay.
You
I
can
will
fly too.
send Strauss to check him out.
Good idea. Can you have Strauss do a perception check for me? How does he relay information to you? I forgot.
I don't know. How does a familiar usually do that? I can't remember. He's listed as Owl, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got a +3 to perception.
See, while within 100 feet, it can communicate with you telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears, gaining the benefits of any special sentences that the familiar has. During this time, you are deaf and blind to your own senses. Let's see. Yeah.
All right, I had to reload this. He gets it's +3, so he is a 19 for perception.
Okay. So, being in the air and flying closer, then also these specks are approaching faster all the time. They're almost like bullets. You think they would outrace Strauss. Looking through his eyes, two large creatures with horns on their heads and large leathery wings are beating steadily, approaching your group and the sheep.
Okay.
They appear to have a face very similar to Meepo, but they're very large.
I will ask Meepo if he has any relatives that can fly.
I
Not
just
that
look at
people is
Levi.
aware of.
Well, because
Distant relatives.
because if not, we have something coming towards us.
How
And I
far
will
are we
Sorry,
sort
from
them
tree
out.
Sinjak
cover?
probably killed them all.
How are we from tree cover?
You're out in the middle of a grassland right now.
In other words, we're not.
Crap. I would just say let's pick up the pace.
Meepo attempt to dig
Where are we in
with
said
his
grassland?
claws.
So you're roughly about this point now. Nope, I got to change my tool. You're roughly at this point now. You don't think that you could get to the tree cover before these creatures approach. It looks like these creatures have flew down from this direction.
Oh,
Does it look like they're going for the sheep or us?
that's a good
Yes.
question. I'd say let's pick up the pace and distance ourselves from the sheep.
All right. Okay. Or we
All right.
can sacrifice Howard.
No.
What?
Just kidding, Howard.
You see,
I'm not kidding.
you see Malone like rotate a winch on his crossbow, drawing back a bolt, and like he rotates a cylinder into place.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Eldritch Blast ready if they come within 120 feet.
All
I
right.
don't think we should bring attention to ourselves, but that's just me.
So what do you all do? It's decision time. The shapes are getting closer, and now everyone can make out the rough shape. Large leathery wings, two 2 feet, a powerful spiked tail. They are coming with a purpose.
We just don't know what that purpose is yet.
Right.
I think we should keep moving. If we distance ourselves from the sheep, we might be okay.
Okay, well, we can distance our. How close are we to the sheep?
You for this new flock that appeared to be like 100 to 150 feet away, depending on the sheep.
And are we moving towards them, away from them?
They're just slightly north of you. You're heading to the northeast.
Okay, well, let's just go more east then,
All right.
Sorry
and
about
see
that.
if they follow us.
All right. I need
Okay.
everyone to make an athletics check for running.
Can I get a quick update about what's going on?
Oh, dragons.
We don't
What did
know
we
that.
do this time?
Here there be dragons.
You said athletics check.
We're trying to avoid dragons.
Yep. I need a group athletics check.
A group one? Then we don't
Yeah.
want me to do it.
No, everyone's going to do it, and
Oh.
depending on how many successes or how many fails we have, determines how far
Oh.
away you get.
19.
21.
I'm in full armor. I got a 13.
17.
Okay.
All in all, not bad.
Passes for the main party. Let's see, we got a Sinjak. And
Laura, what day are you coming?
Hold on.
Maybe they're distant relatives. As long as
Hold on.
Jack doesn't kill those two.
I do believe the weekend of the Friday the 21st.
Okay. Of January, right?
Yeah.
Is Quinn going to be joining you?
Probably not
Okay.
because he got you weren't here. He got a permanent job at Independence too.
Wonderful.
But he doesn't have leave saved up, so
Okay. Does he drink alcohol?
Yes.
Okay. I got some stuff I'm going to be sending you home with. I've been experimenting with recipes, and I just made a fireball fudge.
Do. That was the song that a certain group of girls that I hung out with loved to dance with and dance to. It's like whenever we drank on weekends, I would always hear Fireball.
Can't say I know what that song is, but that's okay.
Fireball.
Which one was that, Logan?
Huh?
Who was that?
I don't need to name names here.
Okay.
Anyway,
I picked up a new hobby.
I'm
making
down.
a lot of boozy desserts and mixed drinks.
yeah.
At some point I'm sure I will crochet you guys something, but I need to not be in the middle of 5 different projects.
Yeah, stick to one and finish it. All
I
right.
say you sound like the typical what is it, home improver, the ones that start a project in the home and then move on to another project immediately.
Yeah, well, I'm working on something for work right now.
Huh.
Where it's gonna say "We the People."
That's cool. I'm gonna say my work's doing a art fundraiser in April.
That's cool.
If you wanted to send something that way, not saying you have to, but
That's good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
and we also got approval to do a Comic Con in our town
Ooh,
Which town?
sometime next year. Huh?
Which town?
The town that we're located in, which is next to your town. Starts
Why
with
are
an
we
E.
being so vague?
Because we're online and I don't want people to see this and know where we live.
Ah,
All right.
that's fair.
But the town that starts with an E.
I don't care.
Well, I announced here.
I'm
announced
surprised
where
there's
Quinn
no
got a
people
job.
there.
I didn't think about that.
What's that?
I announced where Quinn got a job.
No worries.
we need to just hire some editors.
There we go.
Okay.
This needs to make money first.
No one's gonna say anything.
I'm sure I am 99% of all the views on Ian's channel.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
But that's just for note keeping. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So the party dashes away from the sheep as the shapes get larger and larger. If anyone wants to make a nature check, you would identify these as wyverns, cousins of the great dragons, but incapable of breathing fire. But almost as a form of precision, as you all have moved further away from these sheep, they seem to be looking for an easy target. You see one swoop down with its claws and scoop one of the sheep up, and you hear a blear as it's carried away. Watching, it actually sticks its tail into the sheep as it continues to fly away.
I turn over to Click and I say, or not Click, I'm sorry, Meepo. I say, Meepo, please tell me that these are some of your close, on good terms relatives.
No, they are the inferiors.
Do they know that?
Oh, they know it deep inside. They know they're inferior to true dragons.
Yeah.
So
and
where do you lie on this scale?
You watch the
Descendants of the true dragons.
you watch the second wyvern scoop and pick up two of the sheep, but only sticks one of them before flying away. The one that was unstuck continues to bleat.
I'm a
Fourth
believer
strike.
that this is just nature. It's the circle of life, so I'm okay with going.
Yep. As long as we're not part of it. This one time at least.
It moves us all.
Can you hear Septa?
Oh, is that her name?
Train.
That's the wyvern's names.
Oh. Septa. I've never heard that before.
Oh, it's my train system, which also reveals where I am, so I guess stop. Didn't think that through.
Yep.
Okay.
We live really close to we're a block away from the train line, so
Look, if we ever get more than 100 views, we'll come back and block out all of our information.
there
Too
we
late.
go.
Somebody will download it and re-upload it.
Whatever. Where was I? Okay. So the sun is setting, and you all make it into the tree line roughly up here. It's been a long march, but you guys have just broken into the tree line.
Excellent.
Sinjak actually dismisses the elk. I feel like we'll need to move on foot.
Okay.
In here.
I'll dismiss my horse.
How close are we to the camp?
Looking
Pretty
at
How much have we traveled? Let me rephrase that.
from where you landed to where you are right now, you traveled about 24 miles.
Okay.
You pretty much spent all day walking.
All right. So now it's evening.
Yeah. Like the sun has set just a short time ago. So what do you all want to do now that the sun is going down?
Should we take time to go ahead and make camp while we're still a good distance away and maybe discuss our plan for tomorrow?
Well, I was hoping that somebody could run to the camp and kind of see what scouted out, or fly.
How dark is it right now?
Like your bird, says Lou.
Yeah, somebody like that, or somebody with a little more that can relay a little more information.
The bird can't relay information.
Well, I'm talking more specific information.
I think you can see through the bird's eyes, right?
Yeah.
Can it go that far though?
Yeah. I think so.
While your familiar is within 100 feet, you can take additionally as action. No, it's only 100 feet.
Yeah.
As I say, depending on how dark it is, I could go ahead and take flight and just fly stealthily and In the sky, if I'm high enough, I'm just going to look like a giant bird.
Or a wyvern.
Ah,
A
maybe.
feathered wyvern,
Fair enough.
says Malone. Without a tail. Do you have a tail?
You know what? I
Yeah.
don't. Yes, yes, I do. I do. I have like your little fan tail that most birds have.
Ah, okay.
It drops down to the back of my knees.
That's cool. All right. So is it Click going all by himself?
I am not stealthy.
I mean, I'm
Neither am
stealthy.
I, says Sinjak.
Click, I
Is
could
Click
bring you
flying
with me.
though? I mean, isn't he? Is Click gonna be flying though?
I thought
I
he
mean,
was
I
gonna
can-
be
oh.
fine.
Well, if he's flying, then I couldn't keep up even if, you wanted me to go.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna fly somewhere. We can't fly.
I mean,
He
I
could
can
carry
send,
us.
I can
Well-
send Strauss with him, but that's
I
about
could
it.
go. I'm stealthy and I'm small.
Click. I know this is going to be, or Click. Why am I saying Click? Meepo. I know this is going to be a stretch, but do you have the ability to cast any spells as a rogue? Specifically, spells that make you and people around you very stealthy?
No.
Huh, that's weird. I thought true dragons could do that.
Dragons cast stealth spells? What?
Lou just sits there. Yeah. Can't dragons cast spells?
Dragons do not cast stealth spells. You seen a stealthy dragon before?
I wouldn't have.
Exactly, because they don't exist.
No, they're just good at it.
Okay, well,
They're
there goes
like
that.
the size of buses.
What's a bus?
Really big carriage.
Yeah. I imagine the ones that are good at it don't let you be. No, they don't want you to be. I'm tired, says Lou.
And Logan.
Yeah.
But no, I do not carry any weird stealth spells. This is all natural talent.
Would you like to use that natural talent to go look at the camp?
More than welcome to.
So go do it.
Only if Howard's coming with me.
Oh, I don't want to go. You
Oh.
do it.
No, Howard can go do it. Then when he gets caught, we leave.
You see Howard make a perception check.
I found my perception stat. $11.
You see Howard clench his jaw.
I don't
That's
know how to take that. I don't know how to take that, but fine, I'll go look.
Thank you, Meepo.
Are you going to go look on your own, or do you want me to fly with you?
Anyone is welcome to tag along.
Well, I mean, like, are you going to be on the ground, or do you want me to take you into the air?
Well, I'm
I
cool
mean-
with either.
Oscar says, "Well, if you both go, if one of you get caught, then maybe you can help the other escape, or if one gets caught, then the other can come back here all that faster to tell us. But we're pretty much our mission's blown
Just
as far
don't
as
drop me.
the stealth part.
Just don't drop me.
I wouldn't drop you.
Yeah, I don't think we do very much with stealth regardless.
All right.
I don't know how we expect to finish this whole thing via stealth. That's a tall order.
I don't, and at least I don't intend to stealth the whole thing.
Right. I just don't want to like let us be known right away.
Why bother scouting at the camp then?
Because
Maybe figure out the best vantage point.
What's there?
Well, we could try, see what you can see from a tree or something. Pretty easy, you'd think. It's a forest, right? Hide up in the trees.
So what do you all do? Decision time.
All right. I will grab
But
Click.
if you'll be flying, I'll ride with you.
All right. So
Why
I
not?
grab you in my talons and I immediately take off into the air. Once we get into the air, let's see here. Let's see. Yeah. Never mind. All right. So I'll take off, get us into the air around the camp. And then once we're about to actually like try and look down and figure out what's going on, I'll cast Bless on both of us. Oh wait, Bless only helps with saving throws. Never mind.
I hope I'm not making any saving throws from up here.
I'm sorry. So never
No,
mind.
I have bigger problems.
All right, so yeah, so just get us into the air and do a few wide circles and see what hopefully we can see together.
All right. I'm gonna need a stealth check from Click.
All right. See how this works out. That is a natural 20
Okay.
with a 22.
Yeah. Okay. So, flying in the direction based on your map, the first thing you spot off to your left side is a large lake. It looks like it's fed by a bunch of small streams off of these mountains, and that feed into one solitary river that flows southward. Now there is a bit of a beach on one side of this lake where you see several structures made. There's a longhouse. There's a couple of other buildings, but that built directly into the side of the mountain in a sheer cliff face. Oh wait, make a perception check. Your stealth check is fine. You'll be able to approach and get close enough without them seeing you.
Do I do this with advantage because I have Click, or do we need to roll two separates?
You mean Meepo?
I mean, Meepo, yes. I'm sorry, guys.
You
Going
can
right.
both make the perception check. Click's gonna have disadvantage because he does not have dark vision, correct?
Yeah, I do. I got the goggles.
Oh right, I forgot you had the goggles. But yes, okay, you can either both make it or one person makes it.
Well, it's perception, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Might as well both make it. What's the worst that could happen?
I'm gonna say I got a +4, so.
I have a +7.
All right, so yeah, so we should both be good if we just do it together.
23. Perception.
That's a 9.
Click, you're more focused on the lake because the moon as it has come out from behind the clouds is reflecting off of it, and it's a bit bedazzling, and you're just like, wow.
I'm a bird, not a moth.
But you've never seen the moon reflect off of a body of water like that before. It's more of like it's not something you've ever seen in the plane of air.
When the moon strikes your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Meepo,
Yes.
you are more focused on the job at hand.
Someone has to be.
Yeah. There's the longhouse and the several buildings I described. There is a U-shaped structure that is built into the side of a mountain. You see several people moving around down there. You'd count, maybe 20 or so people outside the fence. 40 or so people inside the fence. There's a large archway that connects the U on the cliff face side. In the center of the archway, there's some kind of odd structure. It doesn't look like it's made out of the same material as the rest of the building, whereas the rest is definitely wood. This stuff is white. There's 5 dark figures, almost like silhouetted against the white, on this weird structure.
Hey, Birdman. Eyes up.
Yes. What?
Like we know, we're really outnumbered. This was a bad idea.
Always.
A lot of people. I point towards where the camp is,
I see.
so he sees it too.
Yeah. Yeah, Click. You also see, the longhouse, the structures, the U shape, the archway, the strange white construction with like the 5 silhouettes on it.
Hmm. Do we see any like vantage point? Like here might be the best place to kind of sneak in through.
So it looks like a lot of the surrounding area has been cleared of trees that they sourced together to make these structures. You could approach from the water. You could approach from either side, really. If you wanted to deal with a sheer drop on the cliff face, if you could somehow get people above it, you could get on it that way.
Yeah, that may be a little too difficult.
Meepo, with that 23, there's lots. The figures inside the fence, they all appear to be in small stature, roughly your sized. You can't tell what they are from this distance.
I see a lot of short people. That tells me probably slaves. Like they tried to sell meat to.
Hmm.
Me and Howard, who unfortunately didn't get sent.
Yes. It is a shame that you didn't get in there. I wonder how much I could get for you right now.
We'll have to sell Howard one day and find out.
If it's any consolation, Meepo, I would pay much more for Howard than I would you.
Nah, he's not good at shit.
Please don't ever say that word again.
Why? Do you know something about Howard's shit?
Meepo, it will take all of but 1 second, not even, for me to release you.
I will die laughing.
The key word in there is you will die.
All right.
But who
As-
really won?
As you're having this lively conversation back and forth, make another stealth check for me.
I'm gonna say by the point that we gathered all the info, I would begin turning around. But
Right.
that hopped out. That's an dirty 20.
Okay. You're able to escape, no problem. You were still not seen.
Great. So bringing us down. I'm gonna wait till we're about 5 feet in the air, and then I'm gonna drop Meepo.
Meepo, make an acrobatics check just to see how well you landed, or if it's a poof.
Tuck and roll, Meepo. Tuck and roll.
Am I missing?
Was that his phone that went off?
Could have been. It wasn't mine.
Not mine.
Trying to find the athletic stat. Do I really need athletics for this?
Acrobatics, I said, I thought.
Acrobatics. 13.
Yeah, it's only 5 feet. You land. It's not your most graceful, but you don't get hurt or anything like that.
Yay. 5 feet.
Sinjak says, so what'd you see? According to OSHA, 4 foot is lethal.
drop on your head.
I was
Yeah.
about to say it depends on what's hitting the ground first.
I'd be impressed if I did a suddenly 180 flip to my head in the
See,
span of 5 feet.
I don't need to hear that because the girl that I've been seeing, she's been getting me on horses, and next time we go, she wants to get me on this really big horse. That his back
It's
is not as
why-
tall as I am.
It's why you wear helmets.
Oh, don't worry. She made sure I wore a helmet,
You'll be
and
fine.
I nearly fell getting onto the horse.
what?
It'll get better.
Tell me her name later because Hope might know her.
Possibly.
Do all
But, I mean,
horse
she
people know
lives
each other?
in she lives over in Rineyville, and
She
I can't
might.
remember if that's where her camp is.
She
Oh, well.
might.
Possibly. I'll bring it up. But okay, so yeah, so share all this info.
Okay. Yeah, you guys know everything that they know now.
How many people were we talking?
Was there 20 out front? How many were bigger people, Logan? How many were smaller?
So inside the fence, there looked to be about 40-ish people. You know, you couldn't count it too perfectly. Outside the fence, there looked to be about 20-ish people.
How many were big people? How many were small people?
Everyone inside was small.
Oh, 20 big people, 40 slaves.
We can take 20.
Were the little people look like they were in charge, or were they? What were they doing?
Well, we know they kidnapped little people for slavery, so
Well, that's what I'm trying to determine is.
I doubt they're in charge.
Well, I'm trying to say if they are gonna fight us or if they're gonna help us.
Oh,
It'd be super awkward if you were on the wrong island.
you'd have to ask them that
Really
yourself.
would be.
I'm sure you can ask them when we meet them.
Well, I don't want to ask them in the middle of combat.
Why not? Talking's a free action.
All right,
I'm sure you're
so
dexterous enough to talk and
Are we
fight.
just gonna go in there with and start attacking, or are we gonna try and?
I mean, we're supposed to liberate a slave camp. I don't know how you want
Well,
to do that diplomatically.
I think
we can go and pull them one at a time away.
Malone says, I'd prefer if we don't just rush in. I'll stay back," as you see him like tap his crossbow.
So this guy's doing nothing.
What?
What? He says he doesn't want to go in.
Stay back, as in I'll be support from the trees.
Oh, he'll watch from a distance.
And I'll be right next to him.
I can provide aerial support.
People can quietly leave.
Click, you can just drop a Howard as you fly by.
You mean, oh,
That
you know what?
could
That
be
would be
useful.
great idea to
Useful.
drop a meepo.
Drop a Howard.
I'm
As a
sorry, I'm
projectile.
hearing drop a meepo.
Excuse me, Mr. Click.
Yes.
Did you see anyone who looks like me in there?
You know, truth be told, Meepo had the better eyesight on this little excursion. But I did see lots of people that resembled your height and shape. So it is possible that there's a few. But I can't say for certainty.
He gets quiet.
But if there is, I assure you we will do everything we can to get them out.
He brings his eyes up to Meepo.
Don't worry, Howard. Nobody could possibly look as bad as you, so I'm sure none of them look like you.
that's not the answer we want.
Yeah, it's kind of a
The answer he gets.
yeah. I mean, I prefer my brother not being there, but then I still don't know where he is.
Well, one thing I can try, and I sit down with them and say, if you described your brother to me in very great detail, I might be able to get in contact with him.
Oh, I know. We've tried this before, and you just contacted me.
Oh. We can always try again.
Well, if you
It
want,
has been a while.
he mostly looks like me. Bit stronger though.
How
All
far
right,
away
what do I
were we
gotta roll?
looking, Logan?
Huh?
How far
What do-
away were we?
You were trying to mostly just use the stealth of being way up in the sky where no one looks.
And nighttime.
Yeah, and nighttime. So, I mean, thankfully the moon illuminated everyone's shadows on the ground.
Hmm.
But you were several hundred feet away, just so that way you wouldn't be. People wouldn't think to look up.
I got you.
Logan, what do I need to roll to see if I can attempt to contact?
Last time we did it, we did a spell modifier roll.
Okay, so the same thing then?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. That is a 16.
All right. What do you say?
Hello, Howard's brother. Don't be alarmed. Try to look natural. My name is Click. I am with Howard. Where are you located? Reply, please.
Not another voice. Who is this?
Another voice.
Where's my brother? I'm in the Ingard mine. I think that's what they said. At least.
So I turn to Howard and say, good news, brother is alive. Bad news, he's not really good at listening.
Yeah.
Because he
Oh,
asked
wait, you see
questions
it-
that I'm pretty sure I answered already.
You see Howard beam.
He
And-
said something about being in the Engard mines.
That means nothing to us.
I got an idea. Let me read up on something. How far away are we from this camp?
You're a few miles out.
Okay, that's not gonna work. Never mind. Howard, does your brother know of any constellations?
The basics. Like
Okay.
we would stargaze as kids.
Okay. I'm gonna
Do
go
you
ahead
know
and
the-
cast
wait.
sending again.
What did my brother say?
I told you everything he said. A lot of it was he was asking questions again, questions that I had already answered.
Click. Can
Yes.
I ask a very important question?
That
Yes.
makes sense.
Do you know the constellations of the prime material plane?
I don't. But as long as one of you do, that's what matters.
That's a good point for Katya.
But
He's try-
Howard did say that they used to stargaze together, so that already confirms that Howard knows.
Oh.
So I cast ending again and I say, my name is Click. Howard is fine. Not sure of the mines. What constellations do you see currently? As much detail would be helpful, but don't get noticed.
There's a pause. You want the stars? Well, I
Before he
see.
continues, during like the little pause moment, I'm be like, "Oh my goodness, Howard, is your brother blind? I am so sorry. I didn't think this thing
he's not blind. I see the ram, the scorpion,
He sees a ram and a scorpion
and the hunter.
and the hunter. Howard,
And
do you see those?
he points. It's like and like to all three of those signs.
Okay. Last one. We believe we are heading in your direction. Help is on the way. Do not tell anyone. Do not make cause for alarm. This is no. My final message.
Last time I heard that, there's a pause. How soon will you be here? Wait. Last message. Right. Damn.
Is that the last word he uses? Damn.
So I look at Howard and say, so there's a good chance we may be seeing your brother soon.
Howard is beaming.
Okay. Meeple has an idea for these kinds of situations.
What's Meepo's idea?
Meeple's idea, Mr. Spell People, can any of you make a really loud noise?
Are you saying you want us to use a spell to make a really loud noise?
Can anyone make a really loud noise?
I can make a really loud noise.
We make really loud noise.
You see,
Some of them come out to investigate it. We ambush those people. Eventually, they come out to investigate what happened to them. Then we ambush those people. Meeple
That-
divide and conquer.
Not the worst plan.
No.
Victory in detail, says Meeple.
And in fact, what we can also do is one of those people is grab one of them, and before we kill them, make sure it's the slave camp.
Meeple's pretty damn sure this is a slave camp.
I am too, but you know, just for safety
Abandoned
sake.
island and all that. I mean, what else?
Safety's sake.
Meeple says better safe than sorry.
That's what I'm
That's
trying
a
to
first.
say.
Yeah,
Yes.
better safe than sorry to kill them and apologize later.
No, better safe than sorry.
Safe for us. Safe for us, not safe for them.
yeah, you certainly don't make decisions without thinking, right?
Safe for us, not
Says-
safe for them.
Says Sinjak.
Hey, Click was honest when he sent that message to his parents.
Huh?
I said,
Yeah.
Click was honest when he sent that message to his parents. I thought you were making a reference to when I said, tiny dragon, very impulsive.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
last
it's-
message, damn.
I think Meepo's plan's really good. I was thinking that we should try and strike, like we should long rest, and then, but like wake up before dawn and strike at that point.
Meeple knows victory in detail. Meeple very smart, yes.
I mean,
Sinjak.
I can do a minor image that'll create something.
Something that would draw them out.
I know it may not be much, but before we enact our plan, I can cast a spell on everybody to
Sinjak
provide
is,
a little bit of extra HP, as well as advantage on, or make it really difficult, or make you a little bit more wiser.
Ooh.
Well, Meepo can always use that.
Sinjak has been chuckling
Meeple
ever
is
since
plenty wise.
Meepo said, Meepo's very smart.
Meeple is very smart.
You have
And
to
then
admit,
once I do that, I can also, do some other things to either aid us or, get some nice area of effect spells going.
Logan, are you trying to say that Meepo's plan is not a good idea?
No, I'm saying that Sinjak is laughing at Meepo's calling himself smart. Because the whole reason this whole thing started was because Meepo broke into Sinjak's room.
I just look at Meepo.
And Meepo, he's not wearing a white cloak, he's wearing a green cloak. Sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier.
It's all good.
He's wearing a green cloak. Okay.
A green
Not
scale
his-
cloak.
Do we think this would be a good time to go ahead and call it a night?
I think we have a plan in mind for next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you all get a long rest?
Yeah, that would be great. Because I used all my 3rd level spells conversing with Howard's brother.
He's not the smartest. Or a good listener.
No wonder he's put up with Meepo for so long.
No. Beck.
His brother.
Howard's brother.
I know. That's why I'm saying no wonder he's put up with Meepo for so long.
Oh, Howard's had practice. I get it.
Yeah, there we go. Makes a lot of sense.
What do you guys think? Good plan?
I think so.
It's better than most other plans we've had in the past.
Nonsense. All of our plans have been perfect plans. The greatest of plans.
All right, so you all take a long rest?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Someone roll a D4 and a D10 for me.
I got the 10. 4.
And a 3.
No, you rolled a D4 too, Eric.
Oh, I thought you said you had the D10.
Wait, did you have the D10, Laura?
I had the D10.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry. Let me open this up. Okay. It was a 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me roll this. Oh boy. What's everyone's passive perception?
12.
Uh,
Was
passive
it 10 plus
perception,
modifier?
Yeah.
14.
17.
14.
Okay. So,
Meepo perceives all.
not while he's sleeping.
All perceiving Meepo. You can perceive in your sleep. Like when things wake you up.
Yeah. Meepo. The party has laid down to rest. And you're curled up in your little cot when you're having a pleasant dream of meat. And there's a waterfall right next to your little campsite. But damn if that waterfall ain't irritating. It's getting mist all over you. But it's awfully warm. That's weird. Waterfalls aren't warm. You try to wipe away the stuff off your face, and you're stirring. You're not sleeping very well, and the waterfall just won't stop. Eventually, it causes you to wake from your restless sleep. As you look up in the darkness, there is a giant face with 2 round nostrils, deeply exhaling deeply onto you, covering you with its hot, moist breath, and 2 orangish eyes set in a skull of black fur. And I think that's where we should end the session.
What is
Okay.
it?
All right. You guys